Hey there, guys. Welcome back. I am Pat, the Queen of Wands. And as you see what the title is, so this message has something to do with that title. So I'll just patiently having strength to see if anyone will check in. Hey, warrior. Hey there. I just um I just want to share the message that I received intuitively from the Most High God. Hey there, everyone. Thanks for checking in as you see the title. So I just wanted to check in with you guys, to share the message that I received. And I know maybe a year or so ago, um, I had went through a thing where I didn't hear from my son for 4 months. And I thought something had happened to him, because of everything that I was going through. And because of everything I was going through. And, God said, no, he separated us because my son had to move on with his life. And I couldn't let what was happening with me stop him. So divine separated us. And, he had to go and be a man and live his life and let God take care of us separately. So I understood that and I was hurt. And as you guys know, I was hurt because I didn't hear from him or anything like that for 4 months. He went through things, but apparently God took care of him like he promised me he would. And during Christmas of 2024, I was really depressed and I was really, concerned about my son. And I just asked God if it's just one thing you give me for Christmas. And this is when I really, put my faith into the Most High God. And I had asked God if you just give me one thing for Christmas, could it just be for me to speak to my son? And I swear to God, that's when my son called me on Christmas Day. And I knew God was on my side. And that's when I knew that that I'm just a believer in the Most High God, because that was the one thing that I asked God for. Just one thing that I asked God for, just for me to talk to my son. And my son called me on Christmas Day. And I just almost passed out and I was in disbelief, you know, when that happened. And it was unbelievable to me. After 4 months of not hearing from my son, I asked God for this one prayer and it happened. And I was shocked. And ever since then, he told me what happened and we talked and, I never stopped loving your kids. I don't care how old they get, but, we talked and he told me about the little things he did and everything. He was okay. All this time he was okay. And he was in truck driving school, being a man, doing what he had to do, you know? So I felt like it was all a purpose. It was part of my purpose, okay? To, for me to get started on my purpose, you know? And I just want to say, so with that note, I had one young lady posted on the timeline or posted a message that she did a reading or she got a message or whatever it was that my son was okay. My son is okay. And she was saying something like that. And it was like a message to me, like God was telling me that my son was okay and everything like that. And, then I start, trying to be, more lenient, just, not be all on my child and have faith and have strength and everything like that and just let them go on and live their life and stuff, but always want them to be safe. But, I feel extra nervous because of what's happening here, how I'm getting threatened and bullied and, hit men and stuff going on here. I know they're stalking me and my son aggressively, okay? And I felt like that was a message, like God said, hey, I read that message and it was like, you're going to be okay, keep going. And it's like, when I got that, it's like God said, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And I sat down here because I was just going to turn on the TV and watch TV for a second. And it's like, Divine said, I want to talk to you. And I was like, started getting some decks. I was drawn to get a couple of decks here. Like Divine had this message that they want to share with me. I feel nervous, or somebody could feel nervous in a situation. But I want to share the message. The message is, it's a strong message, guys. And Divine is saying right here that, when I sit down, I got this, the Oracle. So Divine is telling me that, I was to go to the Oracle. But also Divine want me to talk to you guys and, to share this story with you guys that justice is being served. And I was asking God about, okay, justice is being served about what's happening on this platform. All right, what's happening on this platform. But also, Divine is saying justice is being served right now. Okay, right now. And I was sitting here and I was asking God about my son. I miss my son. I want to know what's going on with my son. Holy Spirit, please tell me if my son is okay. Let me know if my son is, alive. Holy Spirit, I went that far, asking because of what I'm going through. Okay. And right now, they're even kicking you guys out to chat now. Okay. But this message I got here, jealousy. I'm asking God about my son. They're watching us. They're stalking us. Okay? Justice again. All right? Divine is telling me when I got this message and these cards came out, guys, I was devastated. Poisoned, drugged. These are the first cards that came out. Poisoned and drugged your child. Somebody poisoned and drugged my son, and that's why he's missing. And I just because I asked God, I was like, where's Jalen? Where's my son? And he told me this could have happened right here, that he got poisoned and drugged, and that's why he's missing. Okay. Somebody could try to trap my son. Okay. My son drives. Okay. He traveled all over. When somebody sent my son to the south side, that was a setup. It was a setup, y'all. Because he's in Cali. I said, wow, son, what you doing way over here on the south side? You don't never come out over here. Wow, you way over here now? And I thought it was, I even asked him about it because I thought it was kind of strange. Okay? I thought it was kind of strange that he would come on the south side over here to Florida and Texas. And Somebody could have had trapped him or drugged him when he was out traveling. My son goes to the gym. He likes to work out. And he also walks. Wherever he at, he always walk to a restaurant, walk somewhere, find something to eat, walk to the gas station, walk wherever he wants to go. You know, walk around. That's what he do. So the other night when we got that information about hit and run, the Holy Spirit said they set my son up. Somebody set my son up to go to the south side. The south side, which is Florida. All right? And that's where he was at, Orlando, the last time we heard from my son. He travels, he drives, he walks around. All right? And they're saying that this was their intent to unalive my son. Homicide. This is the intent right here. This could have been planned by a caregiver. All right? A caregiver. Okay? And also, my son might need care. Okay? He might need care. He might be sick. He might be in a hospital or something that happened here. Okay? I feel nervous. Somebody could have had somebody out in the woods or the mountain. Somebody could have took him out in the woods or the mountain. Somebody could have drugged him. This all got to do with love. This all got to do with greed. All right? Somebody's intent was to dismember my son. Dismember his body. Okay? This was all about lies. A whole lot of lies was told here. And they planned on throwing this in the landfill. And we kept getting landfill energy. Okay? I'm sorry if y'all can't handle this. But Divine wanted me to post this. He wanted the oracle to be posted. He wanted me to do an oracle about this story. I asked Divine, please tell me what is going on here with my son. I got his picture and I clarified. And I asked, please. And guess what came out? Wow. I want to show y'all the other card that came out with it. Look, this is the other card. Okay. I got that message that he lied. You came out with God. These two came out together. Like God said, he alive. I said, God, please tell me if my son is alive. And God said, he is alive. A female did this to him. A female that I'm at war with. It's a deep state of emergency. This person is mental and deadly. My son ran away. He got away. From a man-made disaster that they planned on doing to him. This was their intent. Divine said nobody helped me. Nobody was helping me. Nobody believed me. Law enforcement in reverse. Nobody helped me when I reported this organized crime. Divine said this is what happened. This is what happened. When I told y'all the other day that God had the devil by the stronghold. This was all about this. And hate. Somebody don't want to return no keys. This got something to do with a hidden home, a property. And somebody decided to do this. So, 1 second, so I can close the door. So I understand that believing in cards and tarot, people don't believe in all of that. I understand. But as you guys know, I do believe in the tarot. I do believe in my divine messages from the Most High. But to me, divine kept wanting to give me this message today, like kept bringing it to my attention. No, like, sit down, I want to talk to you. And I was told to post this story because these are the things that's been happening. And when those cards, it's like strong messages coming out here. Like, I've been like, where's my son? I've been asking y'all, and Divine's like, this is why he missing. And I just couldn't believe some of the messages that I was getting, asking where Holy Spirit. And I get, this is why, he missing, because somebody could have drugged him. He stops over at little places, eat and do little things. They don't want us to come out. They were stalking him. They knew where he was. They was following him. They set him up to go to the south side. It was a setup for him to go to Florida. Because that's where the shit is happening. That's where some shit could have been happening. But God said he alive, y'all. And until I talk to him, I'm going to hold on this to the Most High. And I'm going to have faith in the Most High. Divine is saying this is in regards to some money that somebody don't want to give back. This could be the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sag, a business owner, some property owner who don't want to give back some money, who've been causing me the Ten of Wands, a whole bunch of problems. This person hate me. And they keep doing spell work on me and my family and everything about me, everything I stand for. This could be a Leo. I'm a Leo. And this is exposed that they fucked with my son as well. I was supposed to expose this. You will get more confirmations of this story. Justice is being served in this situation. A Libra could be involved. The justice system is involved in this situation. They're highly surveilling me, my family, my son. They're trying to make him a victim. I'm also hearing something about spiritual rituals with the first son. This is my first and only son. These people are affluent, or whatever this is. These people are pissed off in regards to a home I found out about. When I did my research, I found out things. These people have been threatening me, and you know it for a long time. I haven't spoke to my son in 2 weeks. This was their intent. And he got away. And that's what the Holy Spirit is telling me. He ran away. My son is very active, like he's very smart on his toes. He's very defensive. He know how to, try to protect himself. And he's smart, like. So I'm hoping, I'm believing. I'm hoping, I'm believing, y'all, at this time. That's all I got until I hear from my son. And to know that he might be caught up into something like this, because instantly his phone got cut off. It was just cut off. So I don't have any way to contact him. And Divine saying this is what's going on here. And Divine wanted me to share that, yes, look at this. What's going on here is that they plotted his death. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right. And somebody could have had him in a tunnel. Okay. I guess God want to talk about it. This could have something to do with work or his job. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Work or his job. I told you I feel like somebody set him up, sending him on the south side. 10:10 on the clock, y'all. 10:10 on the clock. Holy Spirit, what else do you want to say about my son, Jalen Cooper? My son. Look at this. Somebody at a crossroads. He could be at a crossroads. It's something about the railroad. Holy Spirit, what's going on here with my son? Yeah, somebody right here is mentally ill. Who did this? They have a health problem. This is somebody who say they not crazy. This is somebody who say they don't have no ego problem. Who did this right here? Holy Spirit, what's going on? Imprisoned. My son. They did this. This is upright. Imprisoned my son, possibly. And like I said, this is somebody who could be going to prison. But I'm just, I'm hoping that maybe, I don't know. But when I pull cards and get this kind of message from my own child, it's part of a propaganda. Fake news. So Holy Spirit, what's this, clarify this? What's this propaganda? What's this fake news? Outside. All right, clarify. Outside, wow, a couple. Wow, in a home. So somebody is pissed off about a home, all right? And somebody is trying to say I'm fake. But yet, behind the scenes, they had a plot to take me down. This is going to be on the news about somebody who's fake. This could be about a couple and a home and what they did outside, stalking people. This could be a movie. This could be a book. Somebody had an agenda. Anything else, Holy Spirit, that you want to say about this story? Anything else about my son, Holy Spirit? Something about a party? Yeah. And I don't know about this happy card, Holy Spirit. Clarify happy. At a party. So somebody could have drugged somebody at a party. I don't know about that because my son don't really go to parties. So I don't know. But you know, you never know. Yeah. It's going to be something. Somebody don't want a new world order. Somebody don't want things to change. Somebody want to keep the world corrupt. All right? And somebody signed some type of deal to do some dirty shit behind the scenes. All right? Yes, to cause drama. To cause drama. Yeah, to strangulate somebody. To stronghold somebody. Yeah. Wow. Lord. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, this is, yeah, look at this. Somebody planned on doing all of this. Some type of burial going here. Somebody really wants to take somebody out. Yeah, this is somebody who really refused to heal. Whoever this person is behind the scenes, Holy Spirit. I mean, you know, and look at this. When I got to tarot, I got the Queen of Wands. Somebody wanted to end my world by taking out one of my children. All right? We got clean up in reverse. Somebody's not going to be able to clean up the situation. All right? Yeah, it's a big secret going on here behind the scenes. And the secret right here is AI. So somebody's doing something, manipulating AI. Yeah, a false person. So somebody was trying to manipulate some type of AI. I don't know what this is, but it's somebody's being busted because they being a person or a false person. All right, through AI. Yeah, somebody could have been falsifying how someone look through AI, changing someone's looks through AI, changing someone's identity through AI. It's something they cannot clean up here, okay? And this person could be suicidal at this point, okay? The Most High God stepped in here, all right, with authority, okay? And this situation is going to be healed. That's why we've been getting such a strong presence about the Most High God going to take charge in the situation. Because we've been getting a lot of God here at the tower here, some shit going on. All right? It's a lot of shit going on here. These people out here trafficking our kids. All right? Our kids. But my child is not a kid anymore. He a grown man. But they had other intent and purposes for him. And it was to keep a house and to keep some money. And you guys been hearing this whole story. And Divine said, I'm healing this situation. And I will be healing this situation. We be getting a strong presence. Why you needed to be babysitted by your ancestors? Because these people are here trying to kill us. Okay? Yes. And now my son could be lost someplace. Don't know where he is. And that's what God is saying. And God's saying they're taking care of him, though. Because somebody could have a drug habit, could be on cocaine. But somebody was trying to keep somebody's money for Pentacles. And they was ready to take out somebody to do this. This also could have something to do with a court. Lord have mercy. And if I look, and that's the truth. Wow. And everybody want to shut you up and silence you because they hate you, because you forgot. Because you forgot. And God said you're a great teacher, and they don't want you speaking the truth about God. So all this energy, y'all, that I've been picking up, you know, that the ancestors here, that the Most High God is here, this heavy tower is coming. Divine said this was all in an effort to destiny swap, to distract me from my purpose and my journey so I could be in mourning over my child. Yeah, so you can be in mourning over your child. And God said they're finding a way for him to come home. This was a setup, y'all. We kept reading setup energy. We kept reading, this was a deep planned out setup, y'all. To send him on another side of, where I know that, wow, they sent you over here. Because I even had a conversation with him about that. And to get the energy that, the cars to fall out, when the cars like that fell out, I was like, what are you talking about, Holy Spirit? When I see something like, these cars fall out together on the floor, fall out in a pack, that this is why your son is missing. Your child is missing. Yeah, my child is missing. I haven't spoke to him. And I guess he's been going through something. It's been 2 weeks. I don't try to be on him, but I do ask him to at least check in once a week and say something because he travel. So I'm just trying to understand, and just to know. And Divine said, look, this couple is in reverse. All right, something could have happened to a couple. All right, I don't know of a death here. I don't know why I keep hearing self-defense. I don't know. Yeah, but God was here. And this would let me know that God was here when this car came out here, y'all. So I'm going to have faith, y'all. And when I hear from my son, I'm going to definitely check in and let y'all know. But I'm sorry if y'all, this too much for y'all or whatever. But Divine wanted me to share this message with you guys because God is going to make you a believer. God is going to make you a believer. That Divine told this story of how this was planned out. How this is like they know my son traveled. It's like they set him up somewhere. When you're in a docking area, DOCK. You by yourself. It's the dark and stuff back there. And the fact that he like to walk around wherever he at and find him stuff to eat and stop at Walmart and do stuff like that. Somebody was monitoring him. They was stalking him. Like Divine said, they was surveilling him. This to know that, yeah. See how they know he traveled all over? Somebody sent him around there. And they followed him. All right? A caregiver did this. I'm definitely picking up on a Scorpio. Yep, they tried to trap him, or they did at one point. Yes. They wanted to create drama. They could have even tried to strangulate this him. Something happened here. It's funny because we kept getting stuff like a fight happening, a fight breaking out, somebody getting hurt. This was all planned out in the landfill. And Divine said, we're watching and watching and watching. And Divine said, yeah, these cops ain't trying to help you. Something happened here. I remember I was saying this story a long time ago about a son. Somebody threw a son or somebody threw somebody in the landfill. I remember I said this story a long time ago, like maybe 6 months ago. And little do it know, it was really, look at the card came out, all because of your social media, a platform. Wow. I remember this story. I told this a while before. And little, it's crazy how stuff go back. Look at this. Somebody wanted to blackmail somebody. I'm even picking up like somebody wanted to hold somebody hostage to get some money from me. If I had some type of money, somebody was going to hold my child hostage while they drug him. Wow. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, look at this. They was going to act like it was some type of murder-suicide. In reverse. Divine said it didn't happen. It still came out in reverse, y'all. Like Divine said, whatever they playing right here, I guess they was planning on drugging him and make it seem like he was some crackhead. Wow. And then like he just overdosed and killed himself. Oh my God. We've been seeing all this shit in the readings, y'all. All along, this was somebody's plan to kidnap somebody and drug them so they can have enough drugs in their body to seem like a crackhead. And then they was going to overdose them with some strong injection, some strong shot, y'all. I swear, y'all, we've been getting this story to come up here. We've been seeing overdose. We've been seeing drugs. We've been seeing poisoning. We've been seeing all of this. It's crazy. Y'all, Divine said this was their evil plan. And this is a cult. Wow, y'all. This is so deep. Yes, this sad. Somebody sad about the situation, but they wanted to make me sad as well. Yeah, wow. I don't even want to pull these next cards or whatever, but, you know, I too. And that's what Divine's saying this is about. Wow. That's a deep message. God see all. They could have had a life insurance policy. All the stuff we've been hearing in these readings. It was all planned out, but it didn't work out. And I told y'all just yesterday that they've been trying to poison the water supply. I just told y'all yesterday that this is what they've been trying to do. Wow. I ain't even have this deck out, y'all. Okay. Because of social media. This message is literally making me nervous. Yeah. And Divine is going to be causing a natural disaster like they wanted to do. This is their intent. But now it's God's wrath. It's God's wrath now. It's God's wrath. Holy Spirit, it's God's wrath. They got a cursed bloodline. They are cursed people. And they think they're royalty. They don't want you to be royalty. They want to take what's yours. Even if they got to kill for it. I'm going to let y'all go, okay? I just want to thank y'all for listening. And I was told to share this story with y'all because it's not over. And the test is to hear from my son. Because God is saying he is alive. And look at this. Look at this. I picked up the 2 cards that said it, but it came out with communication. That's how amazing God is. I just tried to pick up a line, but communication got tapped with it. And God said, you will hear from your son because he is alive. I just wanted to share this with you guys. And I will let you know when I hear from my son. And y'all, please pray for him like I am. And I'm trusting in the Most High God because nobody helped me. God said, in law enforcement is not helping me or telling me anything that I need to know. And that's why I haven't heard from them. But God, the one who came and told me, when y'all kept saying, we're going to get a message, when the readers kept saying, you're going to get a message, I bet you nobody knew it was coming from the Most High God to tell me what I needed to know. It was coming from the Most High God because no one else there to tell the fucking truth. Just like God said, it's all about greed. So they thought if they hurt my family and my loved ones, that I would shut the fuck up and move the fuck on. The Most High God is divine intervention. And I'm going to share this with you guys until the fucking end. Because God wants y'all to know about this story. About the Most High God is real. And you need to believe. I'll talk to you guys later.